Hey folks, it's Jeremy Cline with OutdoorsNB. Today we're going to go over the P&H Scorpio. I've got a 1.7 here, a couple of 1.7s and an LV. So we're gonna unwrap one, have a look at it, go over some of the features of it for your viewing enjoyment. So here we go. So here we have the Scorpio P&H Custom Kayak Scorpio 1.7. It's their longest polymer kayak of the P&H brand. P&H is also owned by Piranha Kayaks, so they make the whitewater stuff. They also own Venture Kayaks, which is a little bit lower end, still really high quality boat. This is their highest quality brand, the P&H stuff here. So we'll look in the cockpit here. Great seat and back band. This is the Connect 360 system. It's just the Connect system, it isn't the 360. The 360 would have ratchets here, and those are on the Dolphins, which I'll show you in a second. But really nice thigh braces that's going to keep you in contact with that boat really well. Shown here and here. Adjustable foot pegs, really good system there. It's a twist and lock system, so you'd put your tabs vertical, those blue tabs would go vertical to adjust your foot peg position, and then you put them back in the horizontal to lock them in. There's also a little bit of hip bracing along the side here. That's some technology that they've got out of their whitewater boats. It gives you more connection with your boat. You're a little bit better connected to it. Back band adjustment here. That hip padding is adjustable. The seat is a really good quality seat, as I said. I've used one of these boats now for the past 4 years. I really like it for touring and for giving my courses and stuff in as well. It's a good boat for that. They've updated their Skag slider system. It's really easy to use now. It's not coming out right now because the boat's on the ground. But. So on this boat, you've got a bulkhead right about here. So you have dry storage in the bow. You have a little day hatch here, a little glove compartment. A disclaimer here, this glove compartment is not guaranteed waterproof because you've got a drainage hole down in here, so if your cockpit gets water in it, it's going to get in there. You have another bulkhead here right behind the seat, as any proper sea kayak or touring kayak should. You've also got a day hatch here, and then there's another bulkhead here, and then you got dry storage in the stern. So there's all kinds of space for multi-day trips on this boat. That's what it's built for, is for going camping for a few days. There's also a locking bar here. You can lock a wire cable in there, something like that. I do not recommend towing from these things. It's a lot safer to have your tow strap right around your belt, right around your waist, with a quick release. Because if that's behind you, you've got to reach around, and if there's a lot of tension on your toe, you're not going to be able to unclip it. So definitely recommend using a tow belt system instead. So they are set up with a little slot here for a rudder. Should you want to modify the boat later on and put a rudder in there, you'd have to drill holes, of course, to put your rudder tubes in, and you'd have to replace your foot pegs and run the cables. But it does have that capability, I guess, is this little hole for the rudder shaft. So it does come with a retractable skeg, which we'll show here in just a second. Slides really easy. A big improvement over their older skeg slider design. So you can see this boat is minimal rocker, so it's good for touring. It's going to paddle fast and it's going to paddle straight. You can see down the length of the hull. It's doesn't have a lot of rocker on it, so that's going to paddle fairly straight, and it'll be a fairly fast boat. And this boat, the 17-foot one, can take a pile of weight. The other option, if you're not as big a paddler as I am, if you're not as heavy, is the low volume version. So that's another high volume we have in stock here, the orange one. We've also got a low volume version. So this is just a little bit narrower, not quite as deep, and it's a couple inches shorter than the 17. It's, this one I believe is 16'7" or 16'8". So essentially the same boat, it's just a little bit smaller to fit the smaller paddler and to be a little bit more quicker in the water for that smaller paddler, and to be a little bit more stable for a lighter body. So you can see it's pretty much the same boat overall. Safety lines, bungee lines. This is good for spare paddle storage. The shaft would go in through here and your blades would go up into here. Same slider, same bulkheads and hatches. Essentially the same boat, just a little bit smaller. So that's the Scorpio LV. Glad you could join us, and hopefully get a little bit of information out of this and kind of learn a little bit about these boats. It's a great boat. Highly recommended if you're going to do any paddling on the Bay of Fundy, any multi-day trips, even overnight trips. I use this actually on the Hammond River, smaller rivers around here too. Once you learn how to kayak properly, you can turn these things really fast with one stroke. You just have to edge the boat a lot, which is kind of fun once you get the hang of it. So thank you for watching. Bye.